Hello everyone. Welcome to another exciting session of NextGen 23, the industry's largest drone autonomy summit. So, before we begin, I'd like to apologize that we started a little late, but it would be great if you could let us know a little about yourself so we can get to know each other a little better. So, feel free to share your thoughts in the chat section. For starters, where are you joining from? What do you do? And what got you the most excited about joining this session? So today we will delve into Heisha DCap Pro, a vehicle-mounted, thin-structured, user-friendly docking station solution for autonomous drone flights from any vehicle. Well, Heisha is a high-tech company that is focused on the development and production of bot mansions, with its core business philosophy of bringing the value of technology to everyday life. Heisha is dedicated to creating fine products that truly improve human life. Today, we learn more about the latest product, the Heisha DCap Pro. This user-friendly drone docking station is designed to allow for autonomous drone flights from any vehicle and features a thin and a lightweight structure that makes it easy to use. With the Heisha DCap Pro, Heisha is once again demonstrating its commitment to innovation and research as they continue to lead the way in development of high quality bot mansions and solutions for autonomous robots. And for this, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the managing director and co-founder of Heisha, James. So welcome, James. Welcome to NextGen 2023.
Thank you.
So again, a quick introduction about James. He has over 6 years of experience in the UAS marketing and sales. James believes that a smart charging station driven by a comprehensive command system can enable drones to be truly uncrewed solutions, which would contribute greatly towards a better and more convenient life. So welcome, James.
Thank you again.
Before I pass it on to you, James, I have a few housekeeping rules for the audience. You can use the Q&A tab for questions. These sessions are getting recorded and will be published soon. And again, you can visit the Heisha booth after the session as well if you want to connect with the Heisha team. And finally, if you can just remember to capture your favorite moments of the session and share them on Twitter, LinkedIn by using the hashtag NextGen and tagging Flightbase. And we also have a few surprises for a few lucky people who share this information on social media channels. And last but not the least, so again, you can keep posting on the social media channels. And last but not the least, we'd like to thank our title sponsor, which is DJI Enterprise, and our platinum sponsor, Volatus Aerospace. With that, James, I will hand it over to you.
Good. Hello, everyone. Let me share my screen first.
All right.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. So, hello, everyone and friends from the drone industry. My name is James, and many of you may know me or even have spoken with me in the past few years. And I'm from Heisha, and I'm currently managing the sales and marketing for the Heisha team. For those who don't know our team or never heard of our company, we position ourselves as the boat mansion expert, meaning that we build mansions for robots, including aerial robots, ground robots, aquatic robots, or even robotic dogs. In one word, our dogs are not only for drones, also for different kinds of robots. But that being said, we started the role by building our dogs for drones, and slowly we built our playground around different kinds of robots. And this year, and together with Flybase, with the very hardworking team, we are launching the new dog that can be mounted on top of a vehicle, and for the users who requires for the on-the-go automation, our DCap Pro. Okay, next slide. So, Neil, can you go to the next slide? Okay. So first, could you? We'd like to give you a little glimpse about our product. You play the video. Maybe you can tune up the music. So the DCap Pro is designed to be mounted on top of vehicle and for different kinds of drone, as we also provide customization service. It is just a product that we work very hard with the Flybase team to make sure that the Flybase team software can control both the drone and our hardware and have a seamless connection. Yeah.
Right. James, this looks amazing, I must say. Yes.
Don't forget to unmute. We didn't hear any music. No.
All right.
No.
Should I? Yeah.
Okay. So these are some of the features about our DCap Pro that I think could have stand out from our peers companies. First of all, our DCap Pro is compatible with all different batteries or battery cells for drones that uses batteries from 2S to 14S. For example, the M30 and the Mavic 2 thermal. I think we are the first one in the world to make our car-mounted dock to be compatible with these drones. And also we provide options for clients that wants to do remote testing, diagnosis, and checking, debugging. If you are not on the site, you have difficulty to go on the site. So we provide Q100 platform for our users who can remotely monitor the health and to diagnose if there's any problem on the software, on the hardware part, you can easily find out the problem. And also we provide open API for partners who wants to integrate either their add-ons, hardwares, or even some add-ons on the software part. So you can easily integrate it with the API that we provided. And last but not least, we bundled our hardware with Flybase so that to provide data analysis and also the drone control, including the precision landing of the drone to make sure that the drone can safely come back to the drone dock. Okay, next slide. Okay, so this is the few drones, many of the drones that our DCap Pro can be compatible with, from the DJI M30, Mavic 2 Thermal, DJI Mini Pro that they're going to launch quite soon, and also the Mavic 2 Air, even Skydew drones, hotel drones, FIMI drones, and Parrot drones. Next slide. And this is the Q100 remote diagnosis system interface, the UI of the system. You can see that it monitoring the health and then all the status of each component of the hardware of our drone dock in live, so you can know whether it's in health condition or whether it requires you to go on site to do some maintenance work or repairing works, or even to you can, through this platform, you can upgrade the firmware without going on the site. Next slide. So we provide API for partners to integrate both add-on softwares or extra hardwares onto our drone dock. And this is exactly what we do with FlyNow. and you can actually control the drone dock and to control the mission from the FlightNow web OS. And you can even have a mobile app on your mobile, so to remotely control the drone and the dock. But provided that you don't have internet access when you're going in and out, you're going in a wild field, you can also use the PDA that we provided to control the hardware. Next slide. And as I mentioned, that we bundle with FlightNow, so all the features that you're currently using on the FlightNow platform can be used on our drone dock, on our solution, on our DCap Pro, including the pre-flight checking, one key to takeoff, automatic return with the precision landing, automatically charging, monitoring, and maintenance, and also for the post mission data analysis, and to name more. Next slide. These are some of the specification of the product. So it would weigh about 65 kilograms. So you can put it on an electric car like a Tesla, and it gets the power directly from the car, which is 24 volt, and also has the IP rate of IP55. But on it can charge one drone at a time, and the charging time is about 40 minutes. And you can have internet access through different methods, including 5G, 4G, Wi-Fi, and landline. And the you can for the communication protocol is either through the Heisha SDK or the Modbus by the hardware wiring. Again, so it's compatible with drones that uses batteries from 2S to 14S, such as the DJI M30 to the Parrot drones. Next slide. So we've been asked about the questions constantly. What's the difference between your drone dog and the drone dog from DJI, who has been a good friends of us? Again, in the very beginning, I've been mentioned that we position ourselves as the boat mention expert. So we build mentions for robots, not only for drones. So our solution is not only for drone solution. So that's the main difference. And also we're trying to make sure that our drone dog can be compatible with different kinds of drones, not only for DJI drones, and not only for M30, but also for small drones, Mavic 2, or for mini DJI Mini, or even for the hotel drones, for Parrot drones. So that's the secondary differences. So this is today I will give you the answers to this question. So when it comes to us, you will know what we can provide to your what we can add to your company profile. Okay, next slide. This is some of the picture to showcasing our current production capacity. Currently, we just reach about 200 sets per month. So I think we are, besides DJI, we are the only one in the world who can deliver mass-produced drone dogs in a short period of time, because I think in terms of service, especially for some very big projects, not only you have to have a perfect solution, but the lead time, the production is very important, because these days the clients couldn't spend too much time waiting for the solution to be delivered. So I think the production and delivery is very essential in the big project and implementation. Next slide. So last time I'd like to show you a video showcasing throughout the years the product that we have got. and provided from the very simple charging pad to a complete hardware platform. Now we will deploy now to provide a total solution, including the hardware platform and the software. And now we are building mansions for different robots, including the drones, robotic dogs, aquatic buoy. So we even build out mansions for VTOL swing drones for humanoid. So this is the brief introduction for you to know a brief history that I think our partner has got involved with us.
Right, James. Yes, just give me a minute.
Sorry, just got disconnected. Yeah, so this is a short video of the history of our product history. This is the DNet3 solution that we developed for non-SDK supported drones, so you can fly the drone manually, but through using a game console. This is the DCap for consumer. The DCap for consumer version is where you can use the PDA, also the RC to control the drone manually. And also we provide some core modules for developers. If you wanted to build your own drone dock, we can also support that. It's the ACK. This is the auto charging kit for developers. Unit came along with our charging pad for different battery cells. M30 AC kit is the newly launched product. Yeah, we built both mansions and even for humanoid So imagine one day we're going to be using robots on the Mars or on the moon. So I think a base to charge the robots, that's essential. This is the R80 to house multiple robots, including drones and robotic dogs. This is the container-based charging station for big multi-rotor drones and for fixed-wing VTOL drones. for drones that carry the package for logistic purpose. This is a combo. You can see there are two charging boxes. The top one is for charging the drone, and then the bottom one that's for charging the auto buoy for doing rescue missions. Yeah, that's a brief introduction of our product history. Yeah, so that's wrap up for our DCap introduction. So I think now we are entering the Q&A section. So if you have any,
Yes.
well, first of all, our DCap Pro is ready for sale. And if you're interested, you can contact both our team, Fly Now or Heisha team. So for more details or even the pricing. So you're always welcome to call us. And yeah, so now we go into the Q&A section. Neil?
Yes, James. And again, thank you so much for sharing these insights. And it's great to see how long, Heisha as a company has come up with their docking stations. So truly, I think we've been working with Heisha for quite some time, and the range of docking stations and the supported drones that you have, it's speaks volumes about the kind of vision that Heisha has for the future. And this looks really great. So thanks again, James, for throwing some more insights into what Heisha does and what DCAP is all about. So, audience, I think the session is now open for Q&A. James, just give me a minute and I'll shoot some questions at you. All right. So I think one question for the DCAP would be, since it's a vehicle-mounted docking station, right? So do you have any specific car models, that you integrate it with, or do you have some, modular mechanisms that you can use to install it on, let's say, any car?
Yeah, it can be mounted on any car. So because the base, the base can be adjusted according to the car, width or also the shape of the car. Yeah, so it can compatible with different cars. But the first one that we made is actually for Tesla Model Y.
All right, that's great to know. And again, one interesting question. So what are some potential future developments or enhancements to the Heisha DCAP that you are working on currently, and how do you envision this product evolving into meeting the market needs in the coming years? So maybe can you help us with some use cases and some potential future developments that you might be working on?
I think because the scenario that we are picturing is actually for some big smart city project that you have, because for the stationary drone docks that you can only keep in one space, right? Usually in a big smart city project, for example, that we have one in Europe and also in northern part of China, that we have about 100 charging docks in different locations of the city, to covering major parts of the city for the daily inspection work or for some mapping work. But there are still some gaps, or for the government section, for the security section, public security section, that they still need to carry the drones and to charge them on the go. So that's where this product comes out, and to as a complementary product for to filling these gaps. So imagine that in the first responder situation, that you need to use a drone to do some rescue mission, that you drive to the scene, but maybe the rescue mission lasts for not maybe for one day, and then it's quite difficult to carry to charge the drone for then the car can provide the power source to charge the drone, and then the control pilot can sit in the command room to control the drone using flight-based software and to control everything. and then you can have a fleet of these cars with the DCap Pro on top of the car. So you can control the drones in the multiple direction for rescue missions. I mean, this is just one example, just to be. I hope it could be inspirational.
Yes, I think it's a great example, James. I mean, situational awareness in such cases is the hour of the need. And if you have a drone docking station mounted on a car, so you have more mobility, you can increase your area of operations. So yes, thanks for shedding some more light on that. Another interesting question that I have is the DCap compatible with any third tethered station?
Tether station.
Yes.
For now, that's the we didn't receive any requirement for that yet, but that definitely something that we would consider if the actual clients they want it, and we can definitely provide customization service. Again, for customization, we have been emphasize in my slides that we can customize the DCap Pro for different drones. And of course, if the clients, they want more add-ons, for example, they want to build right now the DCap Pro is only 35 centimeters height, but it's the reason why we are limited to this height, because we are afraid that if it gets too high, then it's difficult for a car to drive into some underground parking lot. But if there's no such limits, then we can actually build make the height of the drone, the DCap Pro, higher, so that I understand in Europe, in some country, that you need to mount some parachute on top of the drone. So for that, we can also do customization. So we can discuss these details with partners who are welcome to contact us.
All right, definitely, James. I think that's good to know that it's totally customizable, and as and when a customer need arises, you can work on solving their needs. I have one more question from Simon, and he is asking about the security concerns. So, like, what is are there any safety features on the DCap? So let's say it's mounted on a vehicle, and the vehicles can be kept outside or will mostly be moving around. So, do you have any safety mechanism in place to avoid malicious intent from people?
Okay, first off, if the theft are determined to steal anything or to damage anything, that's there's nothing we can do actually. Even the heavily guarded bank could be robbed, right? But basically we can provide some simple security mechanism. For example, we have we have electric locks that on the covers of the DCap Pro that you need to unlock before we can open the canopy, and also on the base of the base part of the DCap Pro that connected to the DCap Pro on the top of the vehicle, that we also have some lock there. So that's some basic security mechanism. But if our partners they have better suggestion, of course we are willing to listen and then to take in suggestion for better solutions.
All right, understood. One more question. So can you briefly describe the process of installing the DCap on a vehicle, and how long does it typically take to get it up and running?
Okay, so the DCap Pro comes with of course the drone dock, the DCap, the main canopy, the main box. So you mount it on the top of vehicle, just like how you mounted your how to say that the luggage part that usually was going to mount it onto the top of vehicle, and then you install the landing gear that we specially made for any kinds of drone that you have, and then place the drone inside there's a charging pad inside. So place it onto the charging pad, and then there's going to be charge bars that are going to lock the drone in the center to make sure it is not going to wobble during transportation. And then we also the package also including a PDA that connected to the DCap Pro, so you can open the canopy, start to charge the drone, on that. And then of course there's going to be Wi-Fi connections through either through Wi-Fi 5G or 4G internet connections. So we can connect it to the flight-based command center, and then the pilot in the command room, they can control it remotely. So it does not require the driver to be a pilot. The driver is in charge of getting the DCap Pro on site, and then there's another remote pilot. They can, control the drone according to the, to the scenario.
All right. So a lot of technical questions, I guess, regarding how it all works and what are the operational challenges. We have been seeing a lot of interest. I mean, I can see the chats, and people are asking about what kind of lead times do you have for the DCap. So I think you've got their interest. So just if you can shed some more light on that, James.
Yeah, sure. So currently our standard DCap Pro is made for Mavic 3 and N30T. So if we have stock, of course we can ship them immediately. But if we don't, for our standard DCap Pro, that the lead time is about 45 to 50 days. But if there's some customization work that we might need to implement it onto the to different parts of the DCap, then the lead time will be longer. So it will go to expand to 60 to 80 days.
All right, I think that's fair enough, and it gives our audience some visibility as well, and I'm sure they're going to get in touch with you with all their requirements. The last question, James, I have kept one for myself, and this is basically we're asking most of our partners that we have been working on and who are presenting at NestGen 2023. So I'm sure you're aware about the open drone in a box approach, right, where we have a perfect mix of docking station partners and software partners. So can you share some of your thoughts on the open DIB approach, where each company contributes to a different layer of drone autonomy stack? If you think what are the benefits and how it can help us grow together personally and help us grow the industry as well.
Yeah, so I think the industry needs to work together to push the technology to make sure that it's consumer affordable, because we need, this is a new industry and this is a new product, so it's difficult to get to at the very beginning to get a lot of funds and a lot of sales, but once the volume goes up, then we get enough sales. It's time to do cost down to make sure it's consumer affordable, and then we need to work together to make sure that it's for everyone. And then the market size we expand so that everyone can become a player inside it, and then that's one. And then also as the technology develop, as I mentioned, that our drone dock our docks are not only for drones. There will be different kinds of robots. So this robots can be charged by different kinds of drone docks, by different command software. There's software for controlling, there's software for data analysis, there's software for this, and there's software for that. So this is an ecosystem, and everybody needs to pitched in, right? So for the project I know there's a project, The Line in Saudi, and then there's a new project called I can't remember the name, but it's a box shaped city that everything is simulated inside. So this kind of new technology will require robots for either for buildings and for helping the humans to do all kinds of jobs. So to be able to be part of that would actually advance our technology, so the technology, how this technology is progressing. So the demands is here, the technology here. Once the technology goes there, then the demands go higher. So in that, then the technology can progress. Yeah, so that's the second point that I want to emphasize. But in all, I think the players in the industry, we should work together and to make sure that the common users and our clients can enjoy the benefit of this technology, both hardware and then software and then service.
Yes. And again, James, I think, great words and total words of wisdom. It, depends on partners like us, and we rely on partners like you to make sure that, the end goal of making, life convenient for others through technology is met. And I'm sure like we can work hand in hand and get that done. So with that, I think we've almost, come to the end of the session. So thank you, James. Do you have any closing thoughts from your end?
I think, well, in one last word, we built mentions for robots. So let's work together and then make robots a living a necessity for all kinds of, for our high-tech life. So, and then to make a better world. So.
Yes. Spoken like a true visionary, James. Thank you.
And thank you. Thank you again for having me today.
Yes. And I would like to appreciate your time, James. Yes.
Yeah, for everyone, you are welcome to visit our booth, because we have a virtual booth that you can also visit, and then we have some videos that you can look into. Yes.
Thanks, James. Appreciate you taking the time to be here, and I want to thank our audience as well. I hope that you're having a great time at NestGen, and let us know how you found this session in the comments. As James said, so his team and James will be available for the networking session at his booth, which is right after this session. So I would request you to please go to the booths tab and give them a visit.
Yeah, good. See you in my booth, everyone. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. Bye, James.
Yeah, thank you. Bye. Thank you.